Hi everyone, Susie X Stitcher, take two. Something hit the computer and oops, I now don't know how to go back and pick it up. So my name is Susan. Like I said, you might know me by Susie X Stitcher on Flosstube if I've ever commented on anything. And on Stitch Mania, Susan Hudson. I thought the way to introduce myself would be the intro to Know Your Needleworker tag. So first off, I live in Shepherdsville, Kentucky, which is just outside of Louisville, Kentucky. So go Big Blue. They're on right now. Winning. Okay, and I'm a retired nurse. I haven't worked for years. I was a postpartum nurse. I took care of the mothers after they had their babies. And around the time they decided to make us mother-baby units and take care of both, I had had two little ones myself, and I was starting to have some health issues. So between them not giving us very much orientation on the babies, which made me nervous, and the fact that I wasn't working much, a couple days a month to try to keep my fingers in there, that it wasn't working. I was unhappy. There was no continuity of care. I felt like I didn't know my patients. Things changed so quickly that I couldn't keep up with the changes. And I started having some health issues, so I finally just said, enough, take a break. And I never went back because things changed so much. I do have two children. My son Brian, he's 23, wants to be a teacher. He graduated last year, but he's unable to find a full-time spot at the moment, so he's substituting. So everybody pray he gets a full-time position this year, please, so he can pay for his own apartment. And my daughter Laura, she's a junior in nursing school, despite my telling her you don't want to do that. No, nursing's a grand profession. I do have a pet, Copper. He's a rescue. They told us he was a beagle mix. He's our 90-pound beagle. He was an owner turn-in, so they should have known what half of him was, but I doubt if it was beagle. Whoa. If so, whoa. Anyway, other hobbies. Well, I enjoy reading, but I haven't been doing it because I've been stitching. And Sudoku. When I get blurry on stitching, I get blurry doing Sudoku. Favorite movie? Sound of Music. I just love that Sound of Music. Favorite TV show would be Bones. Okay. Has medically oriented there, so got to go with that one. Favorite book? To Kill a Mockingbird. I haven't read it for years, but it's timeless, and it's got a good story there, moral. Favorite music? Practically anything. Favorites would be the 50s and the 70s era. Now, I don't like rap. Don't like heavy metal. I want to be able to enjoy the music and hear the words if there's words. But I practically like anything. I mean, I've been spending a lot of time with my dad, who recently had 2 strokes and at his bedside for hours, and I would turn on Pandora and we'd listen to his genre of music, and that'd be me. You know, I was enjoying it just as much as he was. You know, the 30s and the 40s, I guess. What one word describes you? That's hard. But I guess pleaser. Like I said, I'm a nurse, so nurturing, pleaser. I like to make sure everybody is happy. So that's just me. Other than funny and wacky, which you'll find out. Well, anyway, so we don't get cut off at 15 minutes since I'm still learning how to do all this stuff. Let me show you some of my whips. First of all, my first WIP, I've kind of put on the back burner because I've decided the others I need to have finished before this one. This one isn't have a deadline. My like I said, my dad's 85. He's had 2 strokes this past year. My mom's 81. She just had her hip replaced. She's had both knees replaced, shoulder replaced. So we've got them a home health aide for a while. Mom wanted to take care of Dad herself, which we won't go into right now. That's another one. That'd be way long video. But anyway, I found her, the caregiver, this one. I hope there's not a glare. I can't tell. Let me put it over there. There it is. This is a Precious Moments design, and it's a freebie. Can't go wrong. Free. Anyway, don't know if you could tell on there. Besides her little boxing gloves, she's got a breast cancer ribbon on her. Their home health aide has survived cancer. And so I have got, let's see, this much done on it. Oh, now I'm getting some glare from the window. So I guess I do have it upside down. There it is. She's got something on her. There we go. So then I put that on the back burner. So then, the reason why I did that is because I want to do something for my dad. I mean, here I am doing something for his health care worker, and I've never cross-stitched him anything. So I found this to do for him. Still, it's cross-stitch. I didn't have to pay for this one, you know. He's my dad, so I paid about $3 for it. If you can see it, it's a little boy fishing, and it says a line just to say you're special, and I'm going to make it a line just to say that I love you, because he's a big fisherman. I would do something about music because he's a musician, but since the stroke he can't play music and it really depresses him, so I didn't want to do that. Before the stroke I would have done something with music, but the only other thing would be fishing. And so I've got this much done on that for him. And last couple of days I've taken a break from cross-stitching on that one to do one for my brother. My brother, since my dad's got back in town from the stroke, has really helped out. When he had the stroke, he was down in Texas, and I had to go down there for 6 weeks, and then he was in rehab for months. But anyway, my brother has really kicked in and helped more than I kind of thought he might. And so I wanted to do something special for him. My brother, here in Louisville, they have something called the Bell Award, and it's for people who volunteer in the community to recognize them. He's received a Bell Award. He does a lot for the Scouts. There's a local community center type thing that he does a lot for, and for the kids, and it's for kids. And he does a lot for there, but he does a lot for the Scouts over the years, way past, you know, when his son's been in the Scouts. So I'm trying to figure out what I need to do next to find him. Oh, so I found one I want to do for him. Now, see, both of their birthdays are in March, so that's why I'm trying to do something for both of them. Dad's is March 5th, and my brother's is March 8th, so I've got a deadline. So I found this one online for him. A Boy Scout doing the pledge. Now, there was another one that was a full coverage one that I thought, well, I wouldn't have time to work on a full coverage one. That would be too difficult to do. This one. Hi. You know, I thought, well, that would be just too much, you know. I wouldn't have time to do anything. Honey, that one with the Boy Scout, oh my gosh, what I've gotten into. I've never had one so difficult. I'm a newbie. I might lose my stitchy bug over this one. Because This might be small compared to some of your all's Hades, Heaven and Earth designs. This is my Heaven and Earth design trying out. You know, there might be, 10 stitches in a row and 7 different colors. It's driving me crazy. Talk about confetti. It's one big confetti. But anyway, hopefully he will appreciate it. His wife cross-stitch it. She'll appreciate it. She used to cross-stitch. She's a nurse. She's a redheaded nurse at that. Imagine. Well, anyway, but today, after working on these for a while, you got to do something for yourself. So I got to thinking, some of y'all have said you do about 15 minutes to a half hour in a rotation. Do something that you like and you love and that might help. So I pulled out one that I had gotten a while back, and I didn't get very far because I've always been doing cross-stitching for weddings and birth announcements of my husband's nieces and nephews. They're bunnies. Bunny rabbits just multiply. Woo! Doggies. But anyway, so I pulled this out today because I just think it's beautiful. And I was going to do some for me. And let me get this out so it's not glaring. Everything out, but I didn't take that out of its thing. I just think that is beautiful. Like I said, I like Paula Vaughn. I want to do something of hers. And then I saw this too. This is just lovely. So I pulled this out and did a few. Now this isn't, I had done some before, but it had been put away for a year. So I did a little bit on it today. So now there's one of my first needle minders. Woohoo! The stitchy bug gets expensive. I can understand why some of y'all are saying that for 6 months not to do any starts or do any haul. It's like, whoa, doggy. I don't want to get that bad. Alrighty, and this one will be my next to do for me. And I was going to pull it out and work on it. I've attempted it twice before, and both times, because of the time span in between, and I forget what I had done wrong, I did it in the wrong orientation. Ta-da! Which I see somebody else admitted the other day. So I've done the same thing. We're all human. Oh, and in a rush to get started, I wasn't thinking. So, what to do? Well, I've got some other UFOs that I've put away over the years that I need to finish. So maybe they can become whips here shortly. But I'm running out of time. That could be for another video. So I want to thank you all for welcoming me. And I enjoy all your all's videos, and I hope you enjoy mine. I never used to say a lot. I think I've said a lot. Yeah. Okay. You all have a nice day. Stay warm. Stay safe. God bless.